been a long time coming for this franchise, but at this point in the season, when you look at things where you guys are at 5-5, it's all in front of you. I mean, why not the Bucs? Is that where we're at right now?
You know, that's the mentality that we have. You know, every game we want to get better and better, and of course we want to bring more wins here. But it's one game at a time. You know, like I said, my adjustment of when I first got into the league, I learned quickly that you got to take it one game at a time, and you can never focus on your last game. You always got to focus on the next game.
But is anything possible for this team at this point?
Anything is possible. You know, we worked hard since training camps, since OTAs, and definitely it's in our hands.
James, the rookie passing record is 26 touchdowns, and you got 15 right now, 6 games left. Do you think that's attainable?
You know, I just want to get wins, man. I don't really care about statistical things. You know, I just want to limit turnovers and keep the team chemistry going, man. My individual goals is not even a point to my individual responsibility as a quarterback to this team.
Jameis, when you guys jump into that heavy package with the extra tight end, Kevin, and another fullback, how does that sort of help things for you, for your offense, to be able to run or pass out of that?
You just can do so many things out of it because we have tight ends that can catch the ball. We have tight ends that can stretch the field vertically, and we have 2 great running backs. You know, so you add the advantage of having an extra lineman that's blocking, and also you got an extra line that's blocking for protection in case we do a bootleg or a straight drop back pass. So that formation, that personnel just adds so much to the game.
This past game, Coach Cutter said that you guys were having headset issues for a number of your early series. I mean, what was that like for you, having to kind of navigate through that?
Well, the way Coach Cutter trains us is we got to know our personnel groupings, we got to know our play calls. So just thinking about the situation and knowing the game plan, I can think about the few plays that we had in those situations. So I just went off of that, off of the preparation that we prepare every day in a team meeting room.
Even veterans, you know, they get in that situation and they can struggle. How comfortable were you having to kind of navigate?
Well, I'm telling you, I got a real good offensive coordinator, and he's gonna keep me prepared. If one thing during the week, Coach Cutter's gonna keep me prepared from any situation. He's gonna keep the whole offense prepared for any situation.
James, what do you see this week specifically against the Colts?
I see just another football team that's gonna be coming here ready to play. Well, we're going there, it's gonna be ready to play. You know, and people talk about, you know, basically what they do on defense and stuff. They do what they do. And, you know, in offense we have to do what we do so we can try to get a win.
How can you match up what you do against what they do?
Do what we do better than them. You know, so that's the main thing. You know, we know they have a great defense. They have a great front four. Looking forward to playing against Robert Mathis. What an amazing player. Vontae Davis, another amazing player at cornerback. So we're going to be prepared. We're going to stick to our game plan and do what we got to do.
Talk a little bit about Cameron Brake, what he's brought to the table.
You know, you got to start when you look at one of our players. You got to think about their position coach and their tight end room. You know, when we lost Austin Fair and Jenkins early in the season, and it was hurtful for me because Austin wasn't my guy. But Cam Brake, Brandon Myers, Luke Stoker, man, they stepped up. You know, and really haven't missed a beat. In a way, his Cam situation where during the season when we went to New Orleans, he actually went to New Orleans for a game. He came back with us, and ever since he came back, we called him a traitor because he went to a division team. But we got him back, and we're happy to have Cam. He's playing confident and playing great.
Hey, I know you could have gone to Stanford, so you're a kid with a lot of smarts. So
oh yeah.
What about Cam? You ever, Harvard man? I mean, you ever give him grief?
Yeah, we give him grief sometimes because Cam does have his blunt moments at times. But he's a very no offense to any bluntness, but Cam is a very bright guy, and he works hard. When I come up here in the mornings, Cam is. He gets up here close to the time that the quarterbacks get up here, and he's always working, always getting his body right, and he's definitely cherishing and definitely taking advantage of this opportunity that he had.
Jameis, we've talked about you missing weapons with Vincent and Austin Sperry and Jenkins. You got one of those back last week. Any coincidence that you happen to have your best statistical game when you've got Vincent and Mike on the field, really for the first time since New Orleans?
Well, I don't know about missing weapons because those other guys that came in, they did a great job. but just basically getting that team feeling back that we had in OTAs, that chemistry that we did develop that we kind of lost early in the season when we lost Austin and eventually Vince. But having him back is just having one of your best guys back. You know, just like having another Logan Mankins on the field, and that's always going to help you out because Vince is definitely one of our leaders. He's definitely one of our veterans that, as young players, we go to, especially when during the battle of the game, to seek for any wisdom or what is he doing in this situation, so we can build off him.
James, you almost went to Stanford. You would have had you gone to Stanford, you would have been Luck's backup, would you not?
No, he was gone.
He was gone by then.
Gone.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about, some of the things you guys have come up against with, when you had an OC and Coach Fisher, just how you guys work together at FSU. When an OC and a quarterback are working together, is it almost sometimes like you can read each other's minds?
It can be like that, but the way that Coach Cutter runs things is it's not just me and him one-on-one, it's everybody. He gets everybody involved, and that's why I believe that this offense is so close, and that's why we love each other. When you see Doug Martin run that football, if anybody takes a cheap shot on him, you see the whole team with Doug, like, get off Doug. Let's do, like, if I'm back there, offensive linemen doing a great job protecting, so we ain't had that many sacks. But if I get hit, if I get touched, those offensive linemen, even the running back, is gonna be the first person to jump up and be like, "Hey, get off our quarterback." And that's the culture and that's the atmosphere that Coach Cutter has built here.
Is he a professor? Is he a screamer? What is he? What is Coach Cutter?
He's our coach, man. He's our coach. He's everything that you can ask for in a coach, he does it.
Jameis, I know you put the team first, but just the day when you had 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, what does that do for your confidence?
What was so special about that day was it was at the Eagles. That was a dream for me because I always wanted to play there and let alone get a victory in there. So that was very important to me to be on the Eagles field. But other than that, man, it's just another game. You can't just look at it and just, oh, I had a good game. Okay, I got to move to the next game. Preparation is everything. So that game is out of my mind, and I'm on to the next one.
James, kind of off topic, but Thanksgiving Day, it's a big day for football fans, particularly. What are any memories you have of getting up and watching football all day long? Were you a Lions fan, a Cowboys fan on that day? What are you?
Well, watching football on Thanksgiving was always, important. But I was too busy outside playing backyard football, man. I was outside doing my own thing, in Little League football we have these things called Turkey Bowl. So actually, we're playing football on the same exact day as the NFL team. So I was having my little league NFL games at the same time as the big guys were playing. Just like this big guy over here that's working on his media stuff right now, right?
What's your record in these turkey bowls?
I'm undefeated.
James, the last 3 times the Bucs have gone on the road, you jumped out to a big lead, started fast, that kind of thing. Is there something different about this team when it hits the road?
I think it's nothing different, really. I think it's just a different mentality when you're on the road. When you're home, you get the sense of comfort because we have our fans and we have everyone behind us. But when you're on the road, already Tampa Bay is already viewed as the lower team to everybody. So we have a bigger chip on our shoulder going on the road because we know we have to bring our A game to go into somebody else's house and possibly beat them.
Sunday you threw another block in the running game. I know there's something the coaches said they didn't want you to do. Did you get kind of spanked for that, or is that something you want to cut back?
Well, I don't think I didn't really block that time. I did a better job. I kind of got in the way, so they can show you that I'm really learning not to go throw my body in there. But it was 31, and I will take that yelling that every single time if it's me and the defensive end right there, and Doug Martin needs to get 1 yard, and I can help him get that 1 yard. I'm gonna take that yelling, man. Sorry.
Do you understand where they're coming from? I mean, one of the reasons Luck's not playing right now is because he tried to get into it and he was scrambling.
Well, this is what this game is about. The way that I've been built, the way that I've been trained is to give my all every single play. And if I have a brother that needs my help, just like them offensive linemen are basically putting their lives on the line every single play, I'm gonna be there for my brother, man. I gotta do it. That's just how I was born. That's how I was raised. That's how I played in my turkey bowls. I just got to.
I know you're not playing him, but Luck is seen as the new model quarterback. The standard for the young, successful franchise quarterback. What do you think of his game? And do you look?
I love his game. The way he competes. The way that when you look at a quarterback, you look how the team views him, and the way that his team just views him and follows him is amazing. You know, and that's why young guys like me look up to Andrew Luck, even though they're 3-4 years ahead of me, because we see he's setting the foundation and showing us how to do things.
Jameis, you're 21 and you're going against a 40-year-old quarterback this weekend, which doesn't happen too often. Do you have any memories of Matt Hasselbeck as somebody you studied through the years?
Yeah, I remember Matt Hasselbeck most at his Seahawks days. You know, so it's going to definitely be an honor to play against him. One thing about playing against old people is I can't say that I could say that he was balding, but we got so many bald-headed 20-year-olds on this roster. I can't even make no funny joke about it. You know, he looks better at the age of 40 than some of the young guys on our team.
Jameis, do you guys relish the underdog role? And how do you think as you continue to win, your team will handle the expectations of winning? I know you probably expect to win, but
as a winner, I would never relish an underdog role. But I will do everything I can to prove everyone I'm not the underdog. And I'm pretty sure this team has the same mentality. You know, we don't like being placed in the same category as an underdog.
Okay, thank you.